Hey, travel culture community. Have you ever wondered if you're more of a traveler or a tourist? I recently had a conversation about this with a friend, and trust me, the lines can get blurry. I love exploring the off-beaten track places and staying in hostels, but does that make me a traveler? Then there's my friend who enjoys luxury cruise ship experiences. Totally tourist vibes, right? Curiosity got the best of me, so I dived into an anthropological study on travel versus tourism. Today, I'm sharing some fascinating insights. Let's explore together and figure out if you lean more towards being a traveler or a tourist. Does it even matter? And how does your choice impact your experience in a new destination? Stick around and let's dive into the world of travel and tourism together. Don't forget to subscribe for more thought provoking content. Paul Thurrocks once famously said, "Tourists don't know where they've been. Travelers don't know where they're going." This statement beautifully captures the essence of a fundamental dichotomy that exists in the world of travel. The difference between tourists and travelers run far deeper than a mere symptomatic variation. To a seasoned explorer, these two words hold unique connotations, each representing distinct perspectives on the art of exploration. Tours are often perceived as individuals who traverse well-beaten paths, rely on guides, maps, and itineraries to navigate through foreign lands. They seek comfort, familiarity, and structure, even when exploring unknown territories. Their journey is meticulously planned, with every detail of what to see, where to eat, and where to rest pre-planned. This predictability provides a sense of safety and a certain level of comfort in knowing exactly what comes next. In contrast, travelers approach the unknown with a spirit of unrestrained curiosity and anticipation. They are the explorers, the wanderers who seek not just to visit a place, but to immerse themselves in it. They don't merely go through the motions of sightseeing and taking photos. Instead, they wander through neighborhoods, converse with locals, and strive to capture the essence of a place in their hearts. They embrace the unpredictable and thrive on spontaneity. Their experiences are not just predefined or restricted by a schedule, but are born from the moments, from the raw, unfiltered encounters with a new place and culture. Thurrock's profound words highlight the fundamental difference between tourists and travelers. While tourists are often unaware of where they've been, travelers are always curious about where they're headed. The concepts of traveling is constantly evolving, shaping our experiences and perspectives in unique and unexpected ways. Discussion now moves to the perspective of Daniel J. Borstein and Dean McCollin on the difference between travelers and tourists. Brewston, a renowned historian and writer, presents a thought-provoking contrast between the two. According to him, a traveler is someone who seeks adventure, experience, actively engaging with their surroundings, pushing boundaries, and searching for new and exciting encounters. Brewston's view, the tourist tends to be a passive participant, seeking pleasure above all else, rather than seeking out new and unknown experiences. Tourists typically rely on organized tours and pre-established paths to guide them towards a worry-free vacation. Brewston criticizes modern tourism for prioritizing relaxation over exploration and for encouraging tourists to seek out experiences that are predictable and comfortable rather than challenging and thought-provoking. It's been said that travel experiences these days are often diluted and prefabricated. Some argue that these sanitized versions of travel take away from the true essence of the journey, reducing it to nothing more than a commercial commodity. According to sociologist Dean McCarlin, tourists are not just passive consumers of prefabricated travel experiences. Rather, they are individuals who are actively seeking out authenticity in real-life encounters. In his view, the quest for genuine experiences is a key motivation for many travelers and should not be overlooked or undervalued. Dean McCarlin believes that tourists are not content with superficial, sanitized travel experiences. Rather, they are seeking a deeper connection with the places they are visiting, striving to understand the true essence of these locations, unlike Burston's idea that tourists try to avoid the backstage. McCarlin argues that they're trying to break through artificial veneers presented by the tourism industry. He suggests that the industry itself stages authenticity, creating a false sense of reality that tourists are trying to penetrate to reach the real, genuine experiences they desire. McCarlin criticizes Burstein's view, arguing that tourists are on a quest for authenticity and real-life encounters. Better understand the diverse world of tourism, let's take a closer look at the different types of tourism. First up, there's the organized mass tourists. These travelers typically prefer comfort, safety, and familiarity over adventure and spontaneity. They often travel in large groups, relying heavily on their travel agencies to plan, execute their trips. All-inclusive tours are a common choice for these types of tourists, as they provide a hassle-free way to experience a new destination. You may have seen them on charter buses, taking in the sights from the safety of their transport vehicles and limiting their interaction with locals to a minimum. Next, we have the individual mass tourists, who bear a striking resemblance to the organized mass tourists, but with a few key differences. Unlike those who travel in groups, these tourists prefer to travel solo. Though they too often follow predetermined itineraries, their schedules are usually packed with specific days set aside for activities like museum visits and trips to local markets, with a little bit of leisure time spent lounging on the beach or exploring on their own. While they may not be a part of a group, these travelers still tend to stick to the beaten path, following a set schedule rather than striking it on their own. Solo mass tourist is a type of traveler who shares many similarities with the organized mass tourist, but with a unique twist. Unlike the group-bound tourists, they prefer to travel alone and follow a strict itinerary that they have planned in advance. Schedules may include visits to museums, local markets, and a leisure day by the beach, all carefully arranged beforehand. Let's talk about explorers, the true wonders of the tourism world. Their sense of adventure knows no bounds. These courageous individuals venture off the beaten track, creating their own journey instead of following a pre-planned itinerary. They take matters into their own hands, making independent arrangements for their travels, diving deep into the hidden gems of their chosen destinations and immersing themselves in the local culture. Their thirst for adventure is never satisfied, as they yearn to explore the uncharted territories, savoring every minute of the unknown and the untouched. Let's talk about the drifters, the true explorers who dive deep into the local culture, avoiding the typical tourist spots. They seek to fully immerse themselves in the destination, venturing off the beaten path to discover unique and authentic experiences. For them, it's all about living like a local. From dining at hidden gems to commuting on local transportation, they want to experience every aspect of the local life, soaking up the novelties and authenticity of these chosen destinations. As we dive deeper into tourist types, we can see some similarities between the explorers and the Cohen's drifters. Then we have the unusual tourists, who show a keen interest in indigenous cultures, but still prefer the structure of organized tours. The insipid mass tourists are unique, as they seek to venture out but still want to feel at home, as if they have merely relocated their comfort zone to another place. Lastly, we have the chartered tourists, who prefer to travel in large groups with everything taken care of, embodying the spirit of strength in numbers. They prefer to travel in groups with every detail meticulously prepared for them. When we explore the world of recreational experiences, we find that recreational tourists are often drawn to pseudo events that prioritize entertainment over authenticity. These are the tourists who bring excitement to carnivals, theme parks, and music festivals. They are less concerned with the historical or the cultural significance of a location and more focused on having a good time and capturing memorable moments for their social media feeds. For them, the experience is all about the entertainment value, creating an unforgettable experience that they can share with their friends and family. In sharp contrast, individuals who are looking for a diverse experience are typically seeking a brief escape from the monotony of their daily lives. For them, vacations are more about disconnecting from their routines and finding relaxation in new and unfamiliar surroundings. Whether it's lounging on a Caribbean beach, hiking in the Rockies, or exploring the cafes of Paris, these individuals are looking for a break from their daily grind. On the other hand, experiential tourists are explorers at heart, seeking authenticity and meaningful experiences. They are the kind of people who enjoy chatting with locals, visiting non-touristy spots, and immersing themselves in different cultures. Rather than just merely seeing the world around them, they aim to understand it in its entirety. Moving on, there are also existential tourists, who are akin to Korean's drifters and can be thought of as nomads of tourism. These travelers are fully immersed in foreign cultures and are committed to learning the local language, living like the locals, and adapting to their way of life. From a psychographic standpoint, the tourist population can be classified into two primary types: psychocentric, who prefer organized tours, seeking familiarity and avoiding anything too adventurous and eccentric, who constantly seeks novelties, are adventurous, active, and not afraid to take risks. The different categories of travel, much like tourists themselves, are varied and diverse. They span across environmental travels, where nature is the core, high contract travel that thrives on human interaction, spiritual travel that seeks peace and enlightenment, pleasure first travel where enjoyment is the primary focus, explorative travel that takes advantage of lesser known locations. To sum it up, creating a consensus on tourist terminology is a complex task. The tourist industry is consistently evolving and no single topography can capture all of its criteria. Therefore, it is essential to continue theoretical discussions and empirical research to comprehend tourists and their diverse preference. The intricacy of travel and tourism is what makes it such an intriguing field of study. So, in conclusion, I have found myself somewhere between a solo mass tourist and an explorer. In this fascinating journey of self discovery with various terminologies in the art of travel, it's crucial to be aware of the impact our journey has on our host countries. Traveling abroad isn't just about an experience, it profoundly influences the communities that we visit. It's essential to acknowledge that, contrary to assumptions, travel doesn't always lead to an increased open mindedness. It can at times reinforce stereotypes. As a trained anthropologist, I was taught the importance of humility and the ability to learn from those in different countries. So, as we continue exploring the world, let's keep these principles in mind. If you enjoyed this exploration of travel and anthropology, don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content. Let's continue this journey together. Until next time, safe travels and stay curious. Bye.